Okay. Okay. We're bringing him in right out of the gate. This is new, but this is right. This is how it should be done, one may say, is to bring in a guy like a Mikey V and to bring in a guy like a Giuseppe DeMar and bring him in right out of the gate. Bring him in fresh off the start. Joey Coldcut's wearing quite the shirt. I believe that's a Spider-Man shirt.
Oof.
Clearly, Mikey
Cox
V.
he looks down bad. Is he even listening?
No, because here's what's happening. Can I tell you what's happening? Okay,
Yeah.
it's a
Hey,
recurring
boys.
theme. It's a recurring
Hey,
theme.
Cutsy.
The recurring theme of the podcast is around this time when we record, Cold Cuts bets the entire fucking board. He bets the
Not the entire board, Bob.
many-
I have a couple games.
Just do me a favor. Rattle your open wagers right now. Go rattle through your open wagers right now. Go quick.
One parlay.
Well, okay.
And then a couple first halves, and then Baylor to cover.
Okay.
For the
So
game.
four on the board total.
It's not the whole board, Bob. Let's take it easy.
I'm just asking for how much.
It's been hot though. He's got to get green light.
He has his college basketball.
And you know what? I'm trying to get ready for March Madness. You know, I'm the only one putting my reps in over here, Bob. Meanwhile, you just sit around and just wait for us to give you picks between Bear Down and the football season. Now, college basketball comes and he's going to sit there and you know what it is like, Bear Down? Bob's like the guy who lays down and we're the ones just dangling the grapes over his mouth while he's getting fanned by you.
He's like
and I'm feeding grapes.
He's
and
like
he's in there
he's like
reaping it all
he's like
in.
he's like a Roman emperor, and we're his Vestal virgins.
That's one way to put us. I wouldn't classify us in that sense, but sure, I get.
Well, I mean, you're talking about the grapes feeding the emperor. That's the image I get.
I'll tell you this right now. Me and Mikey V took out the prize picks balance that we had for the football season. That was a very nice feeling.
Oh, good, Bob. Dinner can be on you tonight.
That was a very nice feeling.
Are you guys going to Rayo's again?
This guy, he wants to go to Rayo's every fucking night. And you know what he does,
respect
Bear?
that play, though. I do respect that.
It's good, yeah, but you got to mix it up.
Yeah. Or do you? I don't
you know.
What
he does do, Bear Down? You know what drives me nuts? He goes, hey, Cutsy, where do you think we should go for dinner? And then before I can even make a suggestion, he goes, no, I think we should just do Rayo's. It's like, okay, you've done Rayo's like the last 6 times. And don't get me wrong, I love it. It's great, but like, a little variation from time to time, mix it up. You don't want to kill something that's good. You don't flog a dead horse.
You know what they do? You don't what?
Flog.
That's the saying. You don't flog the dead horse.
I think it
means you don't keep doing the same thing.
I think
you
keep beating a dead horse. Cuts.
No, I think it's don't flog a dead horse.
I think it's.
Or is it a dog goes back to its own vomit? I think maybe that's the one. I don't know.
Wow. I mean, Giuseppe, really hot start out of the DeMar camp to start the podcast. Really, really just all.
There's something on my screen.
All guns blazing. You know what they do at Rayo's that I love so much? First off, the atmosphere is unbelievable. But they do, for a starter, instead of like fresh mozz, like a burrata, they do fresh mozz and roasted red peppers. And I just have
with the pine nuts. I saw it.
Yeah, it's very good.
You did see those pine nuts.
Bear Down has a very good eye for detail.
Yeah, he does. Is that not tremendous though?
It's a special looking dish.
Oh God! I mean, how nice is that just to set the tone for the meal, though, Giuseppe?
It's very good. It's very good. You won't hear me complain about it. I tell you that much.
The problem with Cold Cuts is he had a bad. I don't want to say bad experience. The last time that we went, it just wasn't up to the standard that it usually is.
Yeah, I'm worried it's going to start. We're going to start seeing a decline, and I don't want to ruin a good spot.
But can I ask you this though, Joe? Do you think that it had anything to do with the fact that you might have ordered wrong in the sense of the dish that you ordered? If you're going solo pasta, you went with a very heavy pasta, and to take it, usually me and you mix it up and we split. But I think it's because the pasta that you went with was such a heavy, rich pasta that it's hard to take it down. Because I ordered it for me and Jet the next day, and I say, you know what? This is it's very heavy. You almost want to do family style. What was it?
Fusilli carbonara.
Carbonara's tough. Cream-based little pancetta in there. That's cream-based pasta. It's like going Alfredo or something like that could sink you very quickly.
Do you think that
it might have? It might have. I also wasn't. The bar seating and the whole situation, it wasn't as good as when we've gone before. I will say that. But it's a great spot. You'll never hear me complain about it, Bear Down. It's a really good spot. I heard the one in New York, you can't even get a seat if you try.
It's like a country club.
No, yeah, you can't. You can't. You gotta know somebody.
Now, Mike V, I actually haven't even sent it to you because me and Jet went the other day. We got a little banged up, and it's whenever the Jet's on a few drinks, it's phenomenal because it's rare when he will have a few drinks. I mean, you've seen it, Cutsy.
Yeah.
When the Jet, the Jet drinks, it's great. He had a few espresso martinis. But we met one of the owners is the guy from Goodfellas. Did I tell you this?
No, you didn't tell Mikey V this.
He was in Goodfellas and he came over. He's talking to this real big Italian guy, like somebody you would expect to be from Goodfellas. Mm-hmm. Do you know which guy he was? And he showed me the clip as if I wouldn't know it. The guy who buys the pink Cadillac after they have the
Johnny roast beef.
It's just that's very you're an encyclopedia, Mikey.
Yeah, Bear Down just knows these things.
That's who it was, and that's what they call him, Johnny Roast Beef, and that's him from it.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
He told a great story. He actually said that he went to go into the audition with Scorsese, and the guy that was talking to him, that was giving him the audition, while he went to audition, the guy wasn't looking at him. He was looking at the floor for some reason while he was saying his lines. So Johnny Roast Beef throws a fucking fit. He snaps in front of Scorsese. He said, "This motherfucker isn't even looking at me. I come all the fucking way." And Scorsese looks at him. He goes, "You got the part." Is that unbelievable?
I mean, that works out well for him. He saw his true side, probably fit the profile of the character very well. Didn't end well for him in the movie, of course.
No, he gets whacked in the Cadillac.
Shouldn't have bought the Cadillac. That was a big mistake after the Lufthansa heist. He had to lay low.
I see after a big bust. Could you think Cold Cuts would be able to keep it together?
No.
You think Cuts he would have chinchilla
Cuts would walk
coats?
in. Yes, with the fur.
No, I would not.
This guy would be dying.
I can keep it on the DL there.
I'll tell you. I think he would that would be tough to keep under the wraps with Giuseppe.
Now, Cuts, with the pasta play, I wanted to just go back on that for one
play. I'm glad we
second.
are.
I think the pasta play, in my opinion, because a lot of times you do go out and you see these like special pastas and it's like you want them, but on the back end of your mind that it could very well likely sink the entire meal, because if you do that, it's a big portion. I think that the pasta appetizer, the pasta dish as an appetizer, tell them to bring it out and split it and plate it two or three ways. Is a very savvy play, and it also allows the best of both worlds, where you get exactly what you want. Everybody gets a little taste, and you don't get full. You only have a
problem here. Bear Down is Bob didn't want to do pasta, and when you go to Rayo's, you have to order pasta. That's what they're best at. Bob wanted to be healthy. I'm telling you what, if you want to be healthy, you don't go to Rayo's.
Well,
okay?
What could you order there?
He ordered a chicken Milanese.
The chicken Milanese. And I'll tell you this, the reason
that's a cutlet. That's a cutlet style. It's not like
it's not healthy.
Chicken. I mean, it's probably the healthiest
it's
option.
Fried.
One of the health. Yeah, it is fried. It's a cutlet.
The reason that I did it is because, and I even said to the manager there, I said, I come so much that I don't, if you do it, I mean, if I go 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and I'm doing pastas, I'm done. I mean, I'm toast.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I need to find things on the menu where I could still go and enjoy the atmosphere while not, you know what I mean, going crazy. And the pasta that Cutsy had was really good. We had it the next day. It's just a lot. What happened to Cutsy's screen?
What is going on here?
Whoa! Gutsy, what the hell? What did you just sneeze on your screen?
No, the thing was all fucking blurry. I thought I was high or some shit. I was looking at the screen and it was all messed up.
Out of nowhere, it looks like Cutsy's computer was going through the car wash.
Let's take it easy, okay?
Okay, boys. We have a buy or sell segment coming up. Which again, we're rolling the boys right out of the gate. So I do want to get into the buy or sell segment. Baird, I wanted to get your thoughts. Because I recently, right before we hopped on the podcast, I actually saw that you commented on the Bob Does Sports posts. Recent Bob Does Sports video, doing very well, of Joey Coldcuts. And Joey Coldcuts is on the golf course. He's on the green, and he is hitting a downhill putt on a very, very nice country club private course. And the ball, his putt stopped short. Cutsy walks over to the cart and he blames course maintenance for not doing their job that afternoon. And I saw you commented on the video in disgust, and I just wanted to get your take on that.
I mean, I don't know if it was the shaking head emoji where the guy just hand face plants or whatever, however you want to say it. I don't know. Cuts, do you regret saying that at all? I mean, I don't think you do.
Of course not.
Right. That makes sense. No, I just think, Cuts. I mean,
why would I regret it? First of all, Bear Down, and as much as I love you, you're not really one to make a comment on this because you don't golf.
Fair.
Fair. To know the logistics of how a green should work and what the stent meter is and how the greens are running and all these things. You know what I mean? Like the velocity that I hit that putt at, there's no way it should be dropping on stopping on a dime like that. It was baffling to say the least, and it cost me a hole. I
would like to send the footage out to my brother, who is the head groundskeeper of a golf course in New Jersey, just to get his opinion on these stents and whatever it was you just mentioned, all the technical jargon there. You're absolutely right. And my commentary is not so much about the course itself. My commentary is mainly focused around the fact that you're looking to point fingers. It seems like you're looking to point fingers. And is the finger really, should it be pointed back at yourself a little bit? Should it be a little look in the mirror and say, perhaps it wasn't my best putt, or is that not
Joseph
possible?
Joseph will let you respond.
I mean, there's times where, I will definitely say I got to be better. It's not, I'm not holier than thou. I make plenty of mistakes. I was saying in that single moment that putt should not have stopped. It was a good rolling putt. So I stand by the comment. I don't think I was being mean. I was just saying, it would have been nice to have the greens rolling a little bit better today.
We were right after that Bob Does Sports video got released. The day after, maybe 2 days after, we were playing it was me and Jet, and we were filming another episode, different course.
Yep.
And we were playing on the course, and all of a sudden we see a maintenance man in the golf cart coming down the hill. Like, it's a steep hill going up. We see a maintenance man coming down the hill. And so me and Jet just kind of stop, and we were going to let him come by, but he stops the cart. And he goes, Bobby, he goes, big fan, man. He's like, I got to ask you, is Cold Cuts with you today? And I said, no, why? He's like, well, I mean, I don't want him to get mad at us. He goes, the course isn't in pristine condition. I saw the episode. I said, oh, God, man.
You know what it goes back to, Bear Down, is holding people to a higher standard.
Well, we've talked about this ad nauseum. I mean, I think you hold people sometimes perhaps to an unrealistic standard. But my next question would be, do you think that you're developing a reputation amongst now? I mean, listen, the Bob Does Sports is exploding. There's no question about that, at an exponential rate. And I just feel like perhaps, I mean, between the Caddy Dre incident, the hose mistaken for a root, and now the greens.
Well, that was the same situation.
Right. But do you think that you're developing perhaps a reputation amongst, the greenskeepers and the maintenance people at these golf courses, where they're going to be on the lookout for you as kind of like a golf course outlaw, like a Wyatt Earp or a, something like that, where you're this outlaw cowboy type that just comes onto a course, films his little films and just has major critiques about the groundskeeping and on all the maintenance. Like, do you think that perhaps I'm just asking if you think maybe you're gaining a reputation like an Al Capone type of the golf course?
I mean, I certainly hope not. I'm a pleasure on the course. I'm a lovely individual. I treat people very nicely. You are, but I call spades around here, Bear Down, and if something's not right, I'm going to call it out.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I hold people accountable. Sure as hell. People hold me accountable all the time.
Did you expect any different response, Bear Down?
No, not really.
All right, boys, here we go. Gutsy on fire to start the podcast here, which is a beautiful thing. Boys are on fire. I want to talk stocks. Buy or sell of the week. What did you see this week that you liked? What didn't you like? Could be a food, could be a restaurant, could be a celebrity, it could be anybody. And I'll start with you, Giuseppe. Go ahead, let it rip. Joey Cold Cuts, buy or sell, let it fly.
I'm buying heavy stocks in NCAA college basketball. I truly, in the last month, Bear Down,
You said buying stock in the college basketball?
Heavy buying stocks. I in the last month, I went from really not following it too much to like, going in the, the March Madness, so you make the bracket or whatever. I regret I did not start watching college basketball sooner. Like it's every game is electrifying. You never know who's going to win. There's upsets galore, even in the regular season. This weekend, 1 through 6,
historic. Yep.
I mean, it's unprecedented. And this, I think the tournament's going to be phenomenal. These kids lay it all on the line. It's not like watching the NBA where you have these guys just kind of dribbling there, just collecting paychecks. Like this is hard nosed. These guys are trying to make a name for themselves. It's the most enjoyable thing to watch. Like if you told me what would you rather do than sit on the couch and watch an entire day of college basketball, I'd be hard pressed to say. Maybe golf, and that's about it.
I'll tell you this,
college football, but
college football is good, but this college basketball, it's a fast-paced game. I love it so much.
Colcutt's
I think it's been great.
His college basketball reps, and Colcutt's been betting a lot of college basketball. And you know what? I'll tell you this: he's having a lot of success in college basketball. He is. You know what? Me and Colcutt's realized we like teams. We like betting on teams that are long. Long,
dominate the boards.
Yeah, those are the teams. We like the Texas Techs of the world. We like Gonzagas of the world. Teams Gonzaga. That 1 to 5 on the court are long, big guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, those are historically the teams that have a dominant big man. They make the deep tourney runs. I mean, I think Illinois is going to make a decent run this year. They have a really, really great big man, Kofi Cockburn.
Oh, you're the best.
Gonzaga. Yeah, I mean, poor name choice. Yeah, tough name. I mean, you get dealt a bad hand. I mean, what
Cockburn?
All right, whatever. Cockburn.
The cock whatever. Is silent.
That's what she said. But and then Gonzaga, you got that kid Chet Holmgren. He's
and the other guy. They have two bigs. What's the other guy? He was
Drew Timmy.
Yeah, he was there last year too.
And you get these characters too with and I mean, these guys are characters. Some of these college guys, like there's a team in the tournament like Loyola with Sister Jean. But they had like a guy with like
March Madnesses.
Well, they had a guy with like a mullet and like a mustache. Like there's just some real characters. And I was just telling a couple of my buddies, I'm like, I would rather watch a college hoops game over an NBA game any day of the week, this season especially. Like you said, Saturday was absolutely insane.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny with Gonzaga? They're the only university that has guys that have played for them for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
I've never seen a university where the same guys are playing for an entire decade. They just don't graduate. They're just, it's the same people every single time.
I felt that way about Hunter Renfrow at Clemson. When I used to watch Clemson.
Yeah, he wouldn't leave.
Hunter Renfrow, I felt like he was there for 8 years. I just felt every single game Clemson catch by Renfrow. And now obviously he's doing so well.
I mean, he's crushing it now.
I'll give you another one, Bear Down. How about Brandon Whedon? Oklahoma State. He wouldn't leave.
No,
he just would not leave. I'm changing gears here. Okay. And I am going to buy. Colcutt's bought college basketball. I'm buying now. I always have and really always will, because you just get nowhere with it. Stay out of politics. Okay. But I think everybody can agree. Vladimir Zelensky, the president for Ukraine,
he's a bit of a badass, no?
The biggest
Here's his balls right here. Here's his balls.
It has been. You asked Jet. I can't keep my eyes off of what's going on in Ukraine. I just can't stop watching it. Whether it's Twitter, on the news, this Vladimir Zelensky. You talk about the balls on this guy, and I hope to God, I pray that this man makes it out alive. If he doesn't, he's a hero either way. And did you see the thing that they said where they tried to get him a route to get him out of Ukraine? And he said, I need ammunition. I don't need a ride.
Yep.
That just, to me, it just gave me the chills, man.
They are a very, very proud people. They are very proud people. I mean, everyone is standing guard. Have you?
Yeah, it's a great city.
Was this when you were in your your foreign schooling that you received, your finishing school, when you were finishing school?
Yeah. When I was basically getting a leg up on everybody in the hospitality industry.
He's really on one today, man. He's really on one today.
He's not wrong.
But I'll tell you this, and also too, the whole world pulling for one country,
awesome.
to win, and it's just, I just can't.
Yeah, it's a good buy, Bob.
Eyes off of it. It's unbelievable.
I could see Bear Down if he was into politics. I could see him being that guy. Like he'd be the guy who'd be like, let me stand guard. You follow me. I'll be the guy to lead you to victory.
I think Bear Down would tear somebody into shreds in a debate. I mean, even it could be on something that he knows nothing about. I think he would.
Bear Down would be like the next Marvel movie, the Winter Soldier, episode 2 featuring Bear Down.
Love that. There would be a good Marvel character named Bear Down. Be pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds fitting.
It's good.
Pretty good.
It's good. Okay, Mikey V, take it away by yourself.
Oh, you guys both bought, so I'm gonna sell, and I'm gonna sell it hard. I'm gonna sell it real fucking hard. The MLB ownership. I am selling the MLB and its ownership so hard. The fact that it is now March 1st tomorrow. We're recording on Monday night, the 28th of February. Tomorrow's March 1st. And they have made no headway with this deal, apparently, between the players union and the owners. The fact that you're coming off of shortened seasons already with COVID, the fact you're coming off of a season where, you didn't have all the fans in the stands at max capacity for the last 2 seasons, and you still are so fucking greedy that you can't give people a full spring training. You can't come to some sort of an agreement to give people full spring training and baseball on time, on schedule. America's pastime. I mean, listen, a lot of people, especially the older generations, Bob, I know your dad is big Yankee guy. The older generations will still hold on to the death that it is America's pastime. But I got to tell you, that narrative has been deteriorating over the years with the emergence of the NFL and how the NFL is king now. And even the NBA, the kind of numbers they do, the MLB is sinking themselves. So whoever's got to be contacted at the MLB, they got to straighten this thing out because this is embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing. And I heard today on the fan, Carton was on the fan again today, Craig Carton. They're talking about maybe not getting an opening day until Memorial Day or after Memorial Day. I mean, I get it. Those early games are but the fact is I want to turn the TV on and be able to watch a Yankee game in April. I want to be able to do that. The fact that I might not be able to do that till June is fucking embarrassing.
It'll help the season because the season's too long. 160 something games is way too many games.
People love it though. The people who love baseball love it though. They love that. They love that every day you can put a game on.
They put so many restrictions on their stars and they just can't market. I mean, who on the East Coast that's not a baseball fan knows Mike Trout? You know what I mean? All these guys, he's one of the best baseball players I've ever seen.
Ever.
I mean, it's crazy, man. I totally agree. It's and our guy, AJ Minter, I mean, we want him back up and throwing, man. He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm selling them big time, Bob. It's absolutely disgusting, money hungry nonsense. Just gross.
Yeah, I agree. I think
they're going to fall behind. They're going to fall behind.
They have such a restriction too on their content and who can share it and everything. One of the leagues that's best at it is the NBA. The NFL, as you know, Bear Down is very good about it too.
NFL's great.
2 people that are terrible is the MLB, and the PGA is maybe the toughest people in regards to content. We had that heckling video boomed, and we had to worry about it getting possibly taken down.
Can you show footage? I would imagine that the restriction is you're not able to show footage of them actually swinging and making contact. If you're not actually showing them in the action of playing golf, you're just showing them walking. How the hell could they tell you?
I agree.
Good point, Bear Down.
Yeah, I
if
don't
they're
know.
not in the action of playing the sport itself, I don't understand how they can do that.
Some of these guys have pins up their asses that they're just tight.
There's been guys too, they go in, different golf vlogs and stuff. And I would love to have Keegan Bradley, come with us, who's our guy now. And I haven't asked him, so I don't know for sure from him, but I have heard from other people that you can't even have these guys come on your golf vlog or something with the PGA. It's bro, you're getting
You
No,
can.
I know
Foreplay Pod interviews all these guys.
they do, but they have a special. It's a certain time that you can do it. You have to have special, like it's a whole thing to get
It's a production.
through.
You got to do a lot of red tape.
Yeah, which
That's
is
it's nonsense.
it's crazy. And speaking of Foreplay Pod, okay, we have the match coming up, and this is going to be big. And this is going to be really big. The weekend of March 7th. Am I wrong? Cold Cuts. The weekend of March 7th, we got me, Fat Perez, Joey Cold Cuts.
That's this weekend.
Yeah, this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Going to war. Going up against Foreplay Pod. It's going to be great publicity. I love those guys. It's going to be a great trip. I've already told Fat Perez, who's our captain, if he finds a way to get us a win, flying him home first class, no doubt about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt the Brilliant Dumb Show to let you know that the Brilliant Dumb Show is brought to you by no other than Paint Your Life. We're back making new memories in a new world. I found the best way to hold on to those memories is by turning them into art that lasts forever from paintyourlife.com. Get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo at a truly affordable price, or combine photos of people or places you love into one painting. Choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfect. It's fast, and you can receive your portrait in as little as 2 weeks. Yes, I said it, 2 weeks. Talk conversationally about your experience and or the finished product you received. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risks. If you don't love the painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word DUMB, that's DUMB, DUMB, to 64000. That's 64,000 DUMB. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. DUMB 64,000. Get it now. Folks, we also interrupt the Really Dumb Show to let you know that it's brought to you by Current. Get involved in the Current family, the Current app. Current is the future of banking, where you can spend, save, and manage your money all from your phone. What we do, how we do it the right way with Current. Grow your savings 60 times faster with 4.00% APY on Current savings pods. The more money you put in, the more money you'll make at over 60 times the national average. Current makes it simple with no fees, no lockout periods, or minimum balance requirements to get started. Get paid up to 2 days faster on direct deposits. Earn up to 15 times points on every swipe, redeemable for cash rewards. No app, no overdraft fees, up to $200. Current has helpful spending insights and notifications to track where and when you're spending. Easily create savings goals and round up purchases to save extra change. You cannot go wrong with Current, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best time to try Current. Current is now giving away $2,000 to 10 podcast listeners through the end of the March. All you have to do is download Current at current.com/BD for a chance to win. Again, that's current.com/BD for a chance to win. Get involved. Do your finances right with the Current app.
Wow.
It would be so special. But yeah, it's going to be a blast. And again, both parties, they've been good to me. They always mention me on their podcast, and they're just good dudes. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast. However, Bear Down, none of the guys on our team, they are afraid to sleep with cold cuts. So there's a certain Bob Does Sports budget that we could use monthly.
What do you mean? What do you mean afraid to? I mean,
What the hell does
you're not
that mean?
sleeping with them. What do you mean?
Yeah,
sleeping
no
with
one's
them?
sleeping with me. I got
Like
my own
residing
bed,
in the same room with him.
Residing in the same room. What we would usually do is 2 double beds.
Right.
Okay.
Of course. Standard.
2 double beds, 2 rooms,
Yep.
save a little money. But there's a certain Bob Does Sports budget that we can allot to every single month. So we try and do 2 trips. However, we have to get a 3rd room for cold cuts because of his snoring. And
That's so ridiculous.
By
the way, I should be getting the room regardless because I'm deserving my own room. But if we want to look into the intricacies of it,
Wow.
If we want to look into the intricacies of it, bear down, this guy, he just loves to paint with an unfiltered brush. The fact of the matter is that there is a genetic issue. My dad's what is it called? Not hypoallergenic.
Sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea. Yeah, he's got an issue, and he actually had to get his tonsils cut out or whatever. Now I don't have that, but I do have an issue where I have like the septum. It gets, when I get congested, it's a bit of a problem. But I buy the breathing strips. I put the breathing strips on, and there's no issue whatsoever.
There is
Bob,
an issue.
You slept like a newborn babe when I put the breathing strips on. You were out like a light. You were sleeping like an angel.
The last time that we were in San Diego, bear down, and me and him had the same room. And I said, Joe, you got to do me a favor. I said, would you please? You have to put on the snoring strips. And he gives me a hard time about it. And he said, fine, I'll put on the snoring strips. Say, okay. He puts on one snoring strip, which is the allotted amount that they suggest you to take. He snored through the breathing strip. So the breathing strip, it popped off.
No, it didn't.
Joe did it not pop up. This is the Joey Cold Cut snoring. I swear to you, is some of the most vicious snoring you have ever heard in your life. There's loud snoring. I get it. It's normal. He has no control over it. It's not his fault. But I will tell you this. We now have to get the extra room for Giuseppe because the guys don't want to share the room with them. I don't blame them. By the way,
Jed never complained once.
If you don't, he didn't complain to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anybody...
Actually, I've never even shared the room with Jet before. I never shared the room with Jet. So there's no way he could have complained. Joe, so this is all about you. This is, and I slept in Vegas in the same room as Perez. It was never an issue once.
Well, I mean, I can't imagine Perez is really going to be a sound sleeper. I can't really picture that.
My point is that the only person who literally has an issue then is Bob, and he's trying to make it sound like everybody else has an issue. Yeah. God forbid this guy, he's not asleep by 9:45 at night. Oh God, I'm such a poor me. It's ridiculous, man. Jack, and you know what he does, bear down? It's a conspiracy. He takes the phone, he jacks the volume up, and he puts it right next to my mouth and my nostrils. So the breathing sounds, the snoring sounds like it's amplified by 10.
So he enhances it. It's like how the
it's an enhanced snore.
It's like how the Seahawks get pinned for piping in fan noise.
Yes, that's exactly. He puts it right up to me, and then he goes, "Look how loud it is." Of course, it's right next to me. The phone's going to amplify the noise.
Do you hear how ridiculous that I'm amplifying, that I am taking the time to amplify the noise of your story? Here's what I'm going to do. You guys decide to yourself, Benny the Jet, our producer, if you could go ahead and roll the Cutsy snoring clip.
See, that's what I'm talking about. First of all, Baird, on the clip he's going to show, there's no strips. There's no breathing strips, first and foremost. So that's the first thing to look at. And secondly, look at how close in proximity the phone is to my face. It's almost pressed up against my face.
I'll do you one better. I have one that I have from a trip. The other video, which is the loudest video, came from his prior girlfriend to show me what she was working with.
That's not right.
She never complained. She slept like a baby. She was happy all the time.
Well, how could she not be? She was with you. I mean, how could she not be?
Very good question, Bear.
I mean, that's like living a fairy tale, really.
You do.
Some may say it was too good to be true.
Jed,
correct.
If you could go ahead and let it rip.
Cuts is going to be a long winter. Cuts. It's going to be a long weekend, dude. Jeez.
Hey, you're just lucky you haven't mentioned some other things I normally would have.
Put it all on the table.
Because you're going to get mad at me. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Hey, Joseph, you take a lot. Anything that you want to say on, you could go ahead and say on. Let it rip.
Green light, Joe.
I was just going to give you a really good compliment about your.
I'd rather hear the compliment, please.
Okay, I'll give you the compliment. The compliment that I was going to say is, although she had to deal with the snoring, to be able to put her hand through that set of hair that I truly find to be the best set of hair I have ever witnessed in my life. And if you want to bring out anything that you want to bring out, by all means. But I was going to give you a really good compliment to that hair because it is exceptional,
Bro,
exceptional hair.
The other day, whatever video you posted the other day, I don't know, you were golfing, shocker there. You were golfing, you had the gray visor on, cuts, some gray or silver visor.
Yes.
The hair was really waving, and the layering that day.
It's unbelievable.
That
it was good
like,
lighting. It was good lighting.
That was a good day for your hair. Not that you have bad hair days, but that was an exceptional day for your hair.
Cold cuts.
You look like a lion, like the king lion in the Serengeti standing on Pride Rock with just the flowing, waving. It was unreal. I was like, yo, this is fucking bullshit, bro.
If I was cold cuts, the only thing that I would wear on the golf course is visors because with that hair,
I would never wear. I would own zero fucking hats.
It makes so much sense, cuts, to just solely do visors.
I have been wearing more.
And in the winter cuts, I'd be going earmuff. Earmuff. I would never wear a winter hat ever. I'd go earmuffs all day.
By the way,
earmuff look could be really
earmuff would change game for you.
That could be a new precedent. That could change the game.
It's an elegant look, maybe with a little scarf action.
I hope our guy Bo Hostler's watching this because he's the king of the visor and he keeps teasing that he's going to send Cold Cuts visors. If you're watching this, Bo, send the guy some visors.
I'll wear a visor from Bo.
Yeah, as you should. Send him the visors,
I like the
Bo.
visor. I like the visor too, because if you get a wide visor, especially, Bob, with the receding hairline issues that I've had, the visor could cover that spot. And then whatever like little tuft you do have, it kind of is, it kind of keeps the people guessing. It's like, well, maybe that hairline, maybe it is a little lower. I don't know. Where does it start? Where does it end? I don't know.
All right, boys. It's time for a top 5. And it's a very good top 5. I like it a lot. This actually was suggested by Mikey V himself.
Mikey V's been on a streak lately. He's been on a real hot streak.
Yep.
Although we have to say, undefeated 1-0, the Jet. First and only. I mean, it wasn't his wheelhouse.
I'm going to put a little asterisk.
Moses should not have been allowed, by the way,
because I asked about Moses. I wanted to use Moses.
Yeah. I just think people
allowed. I think that put him over the edge, Bear. By the way, I was second in the running.
I allow it because he was just on fire.
He was. It was such a good run.
We'll give him the pity victory.
All right, boys, we're going for the top.
I was second in votes, Bob.
This is. Jesus Christ! Can we get into the top 5?
Yeah. Sorry, that's my bad.
That's a silver medal in some countries, folks.
Okay, here we go. The top 5. This is on behalf of Mikey V, which I thought was a very good one. This is going to be top 5 cereals. Now, this is debated pretty firmly across the board. You're going to have people I think we're going to see us really have a lot of different cereals. You're going to have the same in there for sure. But people get very, very upset, and they have a lot of pride when it comes to the cereal. So I actually think this is going to be a really good one. Let's have Mikey V start us off. Let's go ahead and start with Mikey V. This is his top 5. Let's start off with Bear Down.
I'm going to tell you right off the bat. I think my list is probably going to be unpopular. I think it's going to be unpopular because I'm going to say this.
Honey Nut Cheerios at 1.
By the way, Honey Nut Cheerios is a great cereal. I don't care what you say.
Flakes.
It's a real solid cereal. But no, in all seriousness, like I'm not going to placate to the sugar addicts out there who are just going to want all the sugar-based like bangers in there. Like, yeah, there'll be a couple, but anyway, let's get to the list because I think all cereal really most of it is very sugary and bad for you, but it's so delicious. Number 5, I'm going to come in with Golden Grams. Golden Grams is the graham cracker cereal. If you know what I'm talking about, Golden Grams cereal. You crunch up the graham. It's like taking graham crackers, crunching them up, put them in milk. I think Golden Grams is a great cereal. It's been a staple cereal of mine since I was a young boy. I love Golden Grams. I do. Say what you will. Number 4.
Cutsy. I'm sorry. Am I the only one that thinks that he's off to a very bad start?
I want to hear his next one before.
All right. My apologies.
Okay. Number 4, I'm going to go with Apple Jacks. I love Apple Jacks. I think Apple Jacks is a great cereal. Now
we're officially in hot water territory here, Bob. That is.
What's wrong with Apple Jacks?
He's getting. I happen to not mind the Apple Jacks.
I love
at all.
Apple Jacks.
I don't
Apple Jacks
I don't mind them. But Bear Down will go with every cereal that came out prior to 1975. Just keep that in mind.
All right, number 3, I do have a sugar one in there for everybody. Lucky Charms is number 3.
There it is.
Lucky Charms is a very solid cereal. The marshmallow, everybody has a little fun with that. I think all their themed, the all marshmallow box. It's interesting. The Lucky Charms, staple cereal, been around forever. Lucky Charms at 3. Number 2. And this is going to be bad. I'm going to catch a lot of heat for this, but I'm going to go with Corn Pops. Love Corn Pops. Corn Pops is a great cereal. I think it's a great cereal, Corn Pops. I'm sorry. Got to have my Pops. I'm sorry. I just do. Corn Pops is a tremendous cereal. And then number one for me, and you could say what you want, Cinnamon Toast Crunch to me is the best cereal ever made. Cinnamon Toast Crunch turns the milk into something really spectacular. So yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch at 1, Corn Pops 2, Lucky Charms 3, Apple Jacks 4, Golden Grams 5.
Okay.
I'd like to go next, Bob, because after that list, I'll be looking really good.
All right, go guys. Take it away.
All right, and number 5, I'm gonna start us off. I do actually have this cereal Bear Down mentioned. It's Corn Pops. It's a good cereal. I actually will say it's a good cereal. At 5, I will go Corn Pops. It's a great cereal. You know what I like about Corn Pops is that they slowly disintegrate in the milk.
They don't get soggy.
Residue from the corn, and it's very nice to lap the milk up after the Corn Pops.
Very nice. Yep.
It's a very good cereal.
That's amazing.
5 is Corn Pops.
Good for you, Joe. Good for you.
You know what, Bear Down? It's a more of a mature audience who will appreciate the Corn Pops.
Don't go there. Go there.
Cocoa Pebbles over here will
Come on, man.
That's what I mean. Suppose some of our audience has diabetes.
Don't do that.
Yeah, diabetic would love a Corn Pop.
Absolutely.
So, can I finish my list now?
Yeah.
Number 4, we are going to go with Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops, I think, is a classic. Toucan Sam, very, very, it's a welcoming cereal. The fun-loving, different colors. I had as a kid, I always liked it. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Frosted Flakes, and I think Frosted Flakes is another very, very classic, original, old school cereal that resonates with me and Tony the Tiger. I like cereals where I can get behind like what they embody. So give me a good cereal mascot and you probably got me roped in. So number 3, give me Tony the Tiger and Frosted Flakes. Number 2, I'm going to go with another Bear Down pick is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And cereal. I think it's a classic, delicious cereal, just the right amount of sugar, by the way, if we're going to be honest, not overbearing, but just enough that it gets you wanting to have that next bite. Cinnamon Toast Crunch at number 2. And then number 1, I mean, I'm shocked it wasn't in your list, Bear Down. I think it's the goat of cereals. What?
Can we say it on 3?
Yeah, we can.
You want to do it on 3? I'm ready on your countdown, Joseph.
1, 2, Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch, yeah.
Captain Crunch to me is it's got the right texture, great flavor. The bite-sized pieces, everything about it. And again, great mascot. And this is what I'm all about. You give me a good cereal mascot. Like I can't get behind Apple Jacks. What the hell is that? But the Captain Crunch, the captain of cereal, bringing me through the morning to start my day off on the right foot. That is what I'm all about.
You want to know the truth, Joe? Why I couldn't put Captain Crunch in my top 5? Because if I had to put Captain Crunch, which I debated, it would have been the peanut butter Captain Crunch.
It's a great
and a good variation.
I feel like doing that, it would have been too much of a niche pick. But if I had to go with a Captain Crunch and both boxes are on the store shelf, I'm going with the peanut butter.
By the way, if I can, another thing, Captain Crunch, even the berries, Captain Crunch
Delicious.
Berries is really, really good.
This might be one of the hardest top 5s of all time.
Tough.
It's really tough.
I will say with Cold Cuts' point is you do want a cereal you could get behind. I get the mascot thing. I think Toucan Sam has carried Fruit Loops for a long time, whether it's a great cereal or not. I think Toucan Sam has done unbelievable.
They changed him up lately too, which a lot of people are up in arms about the artistic.
Ridiculous.
He looks like he's part of the metaverse now.
And look
This
what
is
I mean.
what
Come on,
happens.
look what Tony the Tiger, talk about putting the team on your back. Look what Tony the Tiger's done for Frosted Flakes.
They're great. That's the catch line. I mean,
That's correct, Joseph.
They get a little soggy. That's my only issue.
But you know what though? It's fun to pop them up under the milk, to just get under there and scoop. I'm not gonna have them in my top 5, but they are fun to pop up. Okay, for my top 5, for the 5th, I debated hard between either Fruit Loops or Apple Jacks in the 5 seed. And I win with Apple Jacks. I'm with Bear Down Cuz there. I think Apple Jacks is a really good. I either decided, am I going mascot route or am I going taste route? And I think taste needs to trump mascot. So I got Apple Jacks at 5. I got Lucky Charms at 4. As Bear Down mentioned, it's a fun cereal. Great. So a lot of debate with Lucky Charms. Should there be more marshmallows? Should there not? Love that. Love a good debate with my cereal. That's 4. Number 3, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We all have had Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Love
in the
that.
top 5. Yes, cold cuts.
I just want to say quickly, you made fun of Bear Down's list. So far, you have 3 of his cereals on your list.
Yeah.
I had a.
I just
okay.
think it's.
That's okay. That's
I'm
okay.
just trying to stand up for you, Bear Down.
No, Joe, it's fine.
What I had a problem with was the corn pops, which I'm shocked that both of you guys had.
It's great
Or-
cereal.
It's a great cereal.
Great cereal.
And
It's a great cereal.
Golden Grams at 5.
Golden
I didn't
Grams-
think Golden Grams.
So
was
you've
gonna make
never,
a top 5.
you've never taken a graham. So you don't like graham crackers, is what you're telling me.
I do, and I've had Golden Grams. There's no way it would
Okay,
be in my
okay,
top
okay,
5.
okay,
There's
okay.
no way.
Okay.
I'd probably take Golden Grams over corn pops.
No.
That's what these lists are all about.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this is I think this is the toughest top 5 I've ever had to come
The
up with.
problem
I
is the
swear- I
demographic of
swear
people
that.
who follow us are a younger demographic.
what
Bear
bothers
Down.
me?
I'm not
I-
So they're
placating.
gonna-
I'm not placating to the demographic, Joe. I've never done so. I will never do so. I'm not going to placate to the demographic.
I'm
The
just
voice of
saying.
the voice of the voiceless.
voice
looks
of
out.
the voiceless.
It
There
looks
we
out.
go.
It looks
Yeah.
out.
I'm
Start
just
your
saying. I'm not
engine.
saying to placate to it. I'm saying that it's going to go against an older, more mature crowd, like what we pertain
And
to.
you should, like me, be at peace with that.
I am at peace with it. I gave my top 5.
You know
Okay,
what
good.
I'm not at peace with? We took a full 1-minute timeout in between my list.
Yeah,
Everybody
sorry,
else-
that's
I'm
uncalled
sorry.
for.
I'm
I mean, I'm rolling. It really it ruins the rhythm of my
have
list.
Let's
two picks
Bob.
up.
Let's go back 5 through
I would
3.
love
Let's go
that.
5 through 3. Go
I
ahead.
got Apple Jacks at 5. It was either between Apple Jacks or Fruit Loops. I chose Taste over Mascot.
Love that pick. Love
Lucky
that.
Charms, I got 4. Do you want more marshmallows? Do you not want more marshmallows? It's a fun cereal. It's a good tasting cereal. 3, I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Phenomenal
Magnificent.
cereal across the board.
Magnificent cereal.
Here's where it gets interesting. Number 2, which you guys didn't mention, and you could put the sugary thing on me. And if you know, give me Reese's Puffs cereal at 2 is tremendous. Cutsy, can you even with me on the Reese's Puff cereal?
It's my honorable mention cereal.
Okay. All right. See, that's respect. That's a
I just think, like,
phenomenal-
as a parent, you don't want your kids
you
eating
can't go
freaking
there though.
chocolate.
Can't, but
Yeah, you
you
can't
can't
go
go there. You-
I
you-
got deprived of those cereals growing up.
Do you
I didn't get
think-
to eat those cereals.
Do you
Neither
think-
did I, Joe. Neither
Do
did
you
I.
think Bear Down could give Dom Captain Crunch?
Yeah, you can give him
I'll
Captain
tell you what
Crunch,
he
but
could
not
give
Reese's
him
Puffs.
is corn pops. He could eat all the corn pops he likes.
Why it's great cereal.
Oh shit!
Tom likes Cheerios.
Okay,
Reese's-
now number 1, Bob.
Thank you, Cutsy. Reese's Puffs at 2, and then number 1, 2, 3, Captain
Captain
Crunch. Good, just an unbelievable cereal. And look, maybe it would not have been the most popular thing to do, but it would have. I mean, if you wanted to give me, if either of you guys had Captain Crunch with berries or peanut butter in your top 5, you had all 3 of those. You're not going to get much of a debate.
Yeah,
from me.
Bear Down's in trouble not having Captain Crunch on the list.
I think so too.
I think it's
so.
gonna be the
But-
crutch
but,
that-
Cutsy, keep in mind, he is the voice of the voiceless.
That's
Hey,
correct.
keep in mind.
Keep
he's
in
got
mind.
his Golden Grams.
Voice of the voiceless. Honorable mention, gentlemen. We got Joey Cold Cuts was at the Reese's Puff, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna be honest. It's a good cereal. It's a very good cereal.
I'd like my honorable mention that I really don't think gets enough credit, doesn't get talked about enough. Trick cereal.
Tricks
to
are for
me
kids. Tricks are
was
for kids. Love that. Silly
really-
rabbit. Silly rabbit.
Yep. Great mascot if you want to take it off Cold
Phenomenal.
Cuts checklist. Great
Phenomenal.
mascot and a really, really great tasting cereal. By the way, another honorable mention, Trix yogurt. Don't sleep on that. Bear down. You should know that having kids. It's a great yogurt.
I don't know that having kids yet. But needless to say, I'm so glad you mentioned Trix because I was debating that, but now I'm going to go another route for my honorable mention. Have either of you gentlemen ever had waffle crisp?
No.
Okay, that's my honorable mention. Waffle crisp.
Good
For those who know,
top 5.
you know, waffle crisp.
I gotta look at I gotta
Unreal
look at
cereal.
the box because I definitely have, and I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, just makes the milk taste like.
I love that. Yep.
What does it look like, Bob?
It's like
the
little,
picture.
yeah, let me show you. You might know when you see it, Joe.
It kind of
He's
looks
right.
like
It's
honeycombs, Joe. Kind of looks like
Honeycombs is good.
honeycombs. Yeah.
Here, let me show you here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Tremendous.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've never tried them though.
Joe, they literally make the milk taste like buttered waffles with syrup. it's ridiculous. Like, here's the problem with syrup, as far as I see it. I can't buy cereal for the. Did I say syrup or cereal?
Syrup.
Here's the problem with cereal. Excuse me. The problem with cereal, as I see it as a grown adult, is I cannot buy a box of cereal and keep it in the house because I will demolish the entire box in a sitting. It's like, how does this box of cereal last a family for a week? That's unrealistic, in my opinion. That's why I can't even have it.
Yeah. You ever smoked a joint and went for cereal?
I haven't, Bob, for the record.
Might be the greatest combination of all time. Of all time. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, Joey Cold Cuts, Bear Down Cuz, always a pleasure, always a treat. Love you, boys. Gamblers Digest to the moon. The Brilliantly Dumb Show to the moon. That does it here. Another episode of The Brilliantly Dumb Show. Take care, boys.